Stanley Livingston grew up with his four sisters in the inner suburbs of Sydney. His parents appear to have never grown up at all. His father, Ernie, was a pulsating bullet of manpower until his wife Bridget died at the age of 48, leaving Ernie to soldier on without her. With another war to end all wars looming, young Stanley swapped his cricket creams for a uniform. His first trip overseas came courtesy of a luxury passenger liner. The cruise included stopovers in exotic locations. All meals and accommodation were included, but public transport left a lot to be desired. And the planes were often late, very late. But there was still plenty of time to collect the odd souvenir. Meanwhile, on the other side of the planet, Ernie Livingston died suddenly at the age of 54. All hands were on deck on the return trip, along with arms, legs and torsos. But Stanley's mind was focused on the anatomy of the only girl in any port he cared about. Evelyn Lonsdale lived just down the road from the Livingstons in a barber shop in Mascot. And for the moment, Stanley was right where he wanted to be. So too was his friend Gordon Stalky Oxman, who was enamoured with Stanley's sister Lily Livingston. After the death of their father, Lily had suffered several nervous breakdowns, and the boys were reluctant to return from official leave, so they decided to turn their leave into a stay. And on the 23rd of March 1943 at 0600 hours, Privates Livingston and Oxman were reported absent without leave. And while Stanley lay low, Evelyn was gainfully employed. She was a riveter at Sydney Aerodrome. After almost 7 months absent without leave, Stanley surrendered. He was shipped off to New Guinea, court-martialed in the field, found guilty, fined £20, given a rifle, a bayonet, a helmet and a grenade, and then sent into the jungles of New Guinea. And not long after this, Stanley Livingston was evacuated, suffering from shell shock, or battle fatigue, or post-traumatic stress disorder. Back on the home front, Gordon Oxman married Lily Livingston, meaning these two men were now brothers-in-law as well as brothers-in-arms. And after 1,786 days of active service, Stanley Livingston was honourably discharged. He eventually married Evelyn, and before long, the couple produced 2 issue. The first issue graduated from university and became a card-carrying member of Mensa. The second issue, however, was a bit of an issue. He failed every subject in the HSC, has never held down a real job, and yet somehow he did manage to write this book.